Week 4 of the NFL. We're kicking it off with the Dolphins-Bengals game. Prayers up for Tua. Hope he heals up well. But in the grand scheme of things with this game, I think it was an exciting game for the Cincinnati Bengals. There's no doubt the Miami Dolphins are a good team. The Bengals are off to a rocky start, and now they've secured a pretty resounding victory against a good ball club. I get that Tua was out, but Burrow looked pretty nice. No turnovers. The offensive line held up significantly better than they have in the past. And I wouldn't say Miami Dolphins edge rushers or D-line is like top 5 or anything, but it's not horrible either. They're not bottom 5. So it's not like they were going up against scrubs. 1 sack allowed. So that's a really good news. I think the main reason the Bengals got shit on is people just do not credit the Dallas Cowboys defense enough. Dallas Cowboys defense is fucking insane. It's so good. Micah Parsons is insane. Their schemes are excellent. It is what it is. Jalen Waddle fantasy managers were upset because he didn't do all too much, but Tyreek Hill, good Lord, this Dolphins offense, it's looking amazing. If it continues to look like this for the next 2-3 years, I think we're going to see Dolphins wide receivers going off the board like crazy in fantasy football in future years. I think all of us were kind of like, oh shit, do we take Tyreek Hill? Is it going to be the same as when you have Mahomes? Like, do we take Jalen Waddle? What's going to happen? All of a sudden, they're monsters. So, really exciting to see. Vikings, Saints, big dub here. Saints have all these close games, and they're not closing them out. And it's frustrating to see because I just want to see Jameis Winston succeed. But is it Andy Dalton in now?
Yep.
My goodness. Andy Dalton is that guy that just gets passed around team to team, and I used to think of him as a Bengal solely. Then he was on the Bears for a little bit. Now he's on I really didn't even know he's on the Saints until this game. Latavius Murray, there's another name I don't get to hear as much as I usually do, but 11 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown. Who would have thought? And I love to see, even with Andy Dalton in, Olave is the main target. But really good game for the Vikings. They got back on the Justin Jefferson hype train. Kirk Cousins started playing well. He wasn't in a primetime game, so he threw for 270 yards and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook was okay. Justin Jefferson, 10 receptions, 147 yards. It's clear he's going to have an amazing, amazing season. And 8 for 72 Thielen. That's pretty high,
good.
too.
Yeah, he's
well, let's not forget about Adam Thielen, all right? Seahawks, Lions. It's just fucking insane. Now, I'll tell you something. Last year when we played the Seattle Seahawks, the score was similar. Just an absurd high-scoring game. How NFL defensive coordinators can put up this much points is just crazy to me. This is a college football score, 48-45. This rarely happens in the NFL. I don't know what the line is for this game, because I'm not really gambling much these days, but I have to assume it was 40 or 50 on the over-under. Anywhere between 52 and 57. And it landed on 93. Is that the math on this? 93. It's fucking insane. Multiple touchdowns in every single quarter. Rashad Penny was a monster. Geno Smith ran one in. His stat line is spectacular. I get it. The Lions defense, our defense is fucking horrible. But look at this game from DK Metcalf to 7 receptions, 149 yards. That is quite literally a Madden stat line. Like averaging 21 a catch, that's me going 5 wide every play. Sometimes I don't even average 21.3 when I'm going 5 wide a play. Tyler Lockett got involved. Will Dissly's been involved in the offense a lot. I never would have imagined Seattle Seahawks could put up this many points this year, especially after watching that Broncos game. And you know what? We're just really that bad on defense. 4 tutties for Goff, though. Jamal Williams, that was an excellent pickup on the waiver wire. If somebody in your league, if nobody in your fantasy league has picked up Jamal Williams off of waivers, well, number one, your league sucks ass, so you should probably win anyway, but go get him off of waivers. I was able to pick him up 2 weeks ago, I think, when DeAndre Swift started looking questionable, and he played awesome for me this week. Hawkinson, 182 touchdowns. Holy shit, that's an insane game. And my takeaway as a Lions fan is this. I feel like the Chargers. I feel like the Chargers, if it's a one-possession game, we're going to lose. We lose one-possession games. If we've got the blowout dub, we're going to get the blowout dub. But one-possession games, I don't know if it's a franchise thing, a coaching thing, an organization thing, a culture thing, but we lose close games. It's such a bummer. It's like you get this pit in your stomach. You're up by a touchdown as a Lions fan, and you just sit there and you go, fuck, man. We're going to lose.
Just kind of waiting for it.
We're going to lose this game.
These stats are insane, though, dude. This game was nuts.
It's just insane. 60, that's the amount of plays ran, time of possession.
27 first downs.
That's ridiculous.
Over 500 yards for both teams.
Yeah, this is what you show people if you want them to get interested in the sport of football.
Right, yeah.
Like, you show this to someone in London who's never seen football, American football before, and they're like, holy shit, this is sick. And then you turn on, Buccaneers Saints.
Yeah,
It's just fucking one field goal in the whole
9-3.
half. Like, bro, what is this sport? You know? So at least this is a good game to watch if you like offense, which you probably should. Jets Steelers. Jets get a dub. Main thing here is Mitch Trubisky is just not good. Okay? And that's just a horrible stat line really for both. But at least he got Pickett in there. At least you're giving him some chances. Najee showed a little bit of promise. George Pickens, whoa. That's probably the biggest takeaway from this game for me. George Pickens. You got Chase Claypool out there. You got Chase Claypool out there doing cardio. He's a top 3 wide receiver in the league, and he's doing cardio. He's one of the 3 best wide receivers in the league. Got him doing cardio. Are you kidding me?
Was he? I don't know. I didn't get to see this game. Was he out? Did he just
He suited up. He's playing. Deontay Johnson, 2 for 11. It is weird to me to see Pickens get like so much, but awesome for him. The Steelers defense is amazing, so I don't want to jump on Zach Wilson all too much, okay? If we want to go Jets here, I don't want to hop on Zach Wilson all too much.
Yeah.
This is not a good game. That is 50% completion, 2 interceptions, but this is one of the best defenses in the league, okay? So I'm going to give Zach Wilson the benefit of the doubt, and I hope he comes out slinging even harder. But a win is a win. A win is a win. Bears Giants, interesting game. I think every single game we see the same stat line from Justin Fields, and I think it should make you panic as a Bears fan. Not only is his completion percentage bad, but they're just not giving him opportunities to pass the fucking
barely
ball.
throws, I swear.
What are you trying to reinvent the wheel over there in Chicago? It's not working. Okay, I get it. People want to reinvent the wheel with Lamar, but guess what? Lamar still throws the ball, and he throws it very effectively. Every single week, it's like Justin Fields completes like anywhere from 8 to 12 passes. That's an NFL quarterback. We got backups on other team completing more completions than that when they come in at the end of the game. That's crazy to me. Giants, I didn't actually see this stat
Me neither.
line.
Eight for bro. What?
You know why? Because it's Saquon fucking Barkley season, and people literally laughed at us. When we said take Saquon Barkley in the 2nd round of your fantasy league. Yeah, I got people telling me Saquon fell to the 3rd, and they were scared to take him.
He put the team on his back, and Daniel Jones still ran both.
Fucking white. He's white chocolate, baby. He's Michael Vick.
31 carries.
Michael Vick dreams every night. He envisions Daniel Jones and says, I wish I could have been that.
If this stat line doesn't tell you that Saquon is like fully healthy, 31 carries, he's good.
Yards.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, you give that guy, if you give him that many carries, holy shit.
They're putting the whole workload on
Listen,
him.
and if we're playing fantasy football too, he's still got 2 receptions for 16 yards. This is what, an 18-point game for Saquon, no touchdown? It's an awesome game. Chargers beat the Texans. Texans showed, they showed a lot of firepower, but it doesn't matter. You got to get a win in the Bucs, man. That's just tough to see. I still like the Texans, dude. I still like the team. I'm biased towards them for CFM, but I think the Texans are in that weird spot where they're trying to rebuild, but I think they know, and my personal opinion is that Davis Mills is not the franchise quarterback in Houston, and he's just kind of this guy that they have. And it's like, let's try and build some chemistry with the guys that we know we're moving forward with, but I would be shocked if the Houston Texans moving forward the next 2, 3, 4 years try to develop Davis Mills as their franchise quarterback. I just don't see it happening, to be honest. We'll see. I like Nico Collins, and I still really like the Chargers, so good dub for them, but we'll have to see. Browns-Falcons. Falcons get a clutched up. Browns not looking too hot. The battle of the 2-2 teams here. Brissett threw no touchdowns. Nick Chubb, amazing game. This is very Cleveland Browns football to me. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are carrying the team with the run game. This team is kind of just trying to bleed out wins until Deshaun Watson gets back. So it's honestly a miracle, truly a miracle that the Falcons get this win. I can't believe, by the way, how good Caleb Huntley was. It kind of looked like the Falcons had one of the best running backfields with a guy that I'd never really heard of. I hate to call myself a casual, but I don't know Caleb Huntley. So we'll see Mariota 7 for 19. Yikes, Kyle Pitts. Yikes. Isn't Kyle Pitts supposed to be this god among men, god tight end? I think, more than anything, the NFL is a scheme-based organization where these good players sometimes just get in shitty positions, and you look at the stats every week and you go, damn, this guy sucks. But I just think Kyle Pitts is in a really shitty position in Atlanta. What I would love to see over the next 2 years is either a big shift in Atlanta to where you're utilizing one of your best offensive players. I think Patterson and Kyle Pitts are the best offensive players on Atlanta. And Drake London a little bit, but still Kyle Pitts. Okay. They're utilizing Drake London. They're utilizing Patterson. They're not using Kyle Pitts at all. So I'd either like to see him get traded to a different team where he can be a stud, or, you know, Atlanta's got to do something with him, because I'd hate to see him fade into irrelevancy, because he's just so talented. He's one of the best tight ends coming out of college football in the last like 2-3 years. Commanders, Cowboys, big dub for the Cowgirls. Carson Wentz was ass. We're going to keep giving wins to Cooper Rush. Remember, we kept saying, what if they're undefeated with Cooper Rush? They're undefeated.
Yeah, 4-0.
Yeah, they are. They're undefeated with Cooper Rush thus far.
He's 4-0.
How much do we accredit this to Cooper Rush, though? You know, like, I would say this is one of Cooper Rush's best games as a starter. He's definitely developing, but holy shit, it might actually be a frenzy when Dak comes back. Jaguars, Eagles, the prophecy. The prophecy has come true. Let's give it up for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have played way better football than anyone believed they would, but my prophecy was the Philadelphia Eagles start the season 4-0, and guess the fuck what? Philadelphia Eagles start the season 4-0. I think overall, this was a sloppy game. The only thing that I like to see is I see 8 carries out of Etienne and 8 carries out of James Robinson and slightly better yards for Travis Etienne. You find a way to be RB1, Etienne. I wasted a 4th rounder on you, or 5th rounder, something, bro. Either way, I need you to step it up. Eagles, yeah, Jalen Hurts was good. Not spectacular, but good. Miles Sanders was absolutely amazing. And, you know, they still ran the ball with Jalen. It wasn't super effective, but he did get a tutty in there. And Kenneth Gainwell is still seeing reps here and there. So, you know, the Eagles really have a very talented running backfield. They have so many good running backs. They're all slept on, and I don't think they'll be slept on anymore. Fun fact, the Eagles are playing better than they did when they went to the Super Bowl and won it. So I personally don't think Jalen Hurts has what it takes to go to the Super Bowl right now. But, you know, it is what it is. He's giving me, you know what Jalen Hurts is giving me? He's giving me Kyler Murray vibes. I hate to fucking say that, but Kyler Murray is so talented, and God, I hate to be so negative, but it really has felt like in the big games, Kyler Murray has really struggled. And I'm worried that the Eagles might be like that this year, that they're this really hot team who's playing really, really well. But then when it gets to the big leagues and the super coaches are, you know, game planning spectacularly well around the shit that you've been doing, and they just bottle you the fuck up. That was Baltimore Ravens. That was Lamar Jackson's MVP season. They got to the playoffs, and these coaches were like, okay, yeah, have fun in the regular season. Now you're in the big leagues. We're going to fucking dick on you. And that was Kyler Murray against the Rams, and I'm kind of worried that's going to be Jalen Hurts. Bills-Ravens, close game, great game. Bills sneak it out. Cardinals-Panthers, I'm not going to lie. I did not get to watch this game, but hey, a 10-point victory is a 10-point victory. Well done for the Cardinals, and I'm happy to see Marquise Brown get 6 receptions, 88 yards, and 1 touchdown. The clear wide receiver 1 in Arizona. McCaffrey was involved. Baker, again, putting up a very unspectacular stat line. They have just horrible quarterbacks in Carolina. Dude, you know what I'll say? I'm so happy. You know what we really got to talk about in the NFL is when quarterbacks suck ass, they're still getting the bag. They're still set for life. Right. Mayfield's done so many commercials. He's a good media personality. This guy sucks as an NFL quarterback. He's still one of the best quarterbacks on planet Earth, but he sucks in the NFL, and he has sucked for some time. We don't talk about it when a DN sucks, when a running back sucks, when a wide receiver sucks. Those guys fade into irrelevancy. They don't get the bag, and they got to go start bagging groceries at Meijer. They got to start flipping them fucking Krabby Patties, bro. That shit's crazy. So whatever. Good for Baker that he's set, but I really hope he steps up. I just love Baker, man. I am so sad to see that. Whatever. I hope he steps it up. I love that guy. Broncos, Raiders.
Raiders get their first dub.
Raiders get the first dub. Any delusional Raiders fans still believe you guys can win the AFC West? Because you just got a big dub against a division rival. Josh Jacobs, holy shit. Know why they won this game? Because they didn't need Derek Carr to do anything. Josh Jacobs, 28 carries, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Mac Hollins still staying up here, dude.
That's all right. That's 6.
I mean, for him to just be like, who is that?
No, it's true. He's doing more yards, more receptions than Darren fucking Waller. So talk to me. But hey, guess what? They figured out, you know what the game plan for the Raiders is? We paid Devontae Adams, the best wide receiver in football, a gigantic fucking bag.
Yeah.
Why don't we throw the ball to him? Since we didn't do that last week. Yeah, good call. Patriots Packers overtime game.
Have you ever
Bailey
heard of this
Zappi.
dude?
You know why I've heard of him?
Why?
Because when you have a base starting team in Madden, guess who your fucking quarterback is? Bailey fucking Zappi, baby. By the way, I did this video where, I was building my team from scratch.
Yeah.
And I never got the quarterback position. So my quarterback for the video was Bailey. I kept calling him Zap. And I was getting fucking a night. Dude, Who the fuck knows this guy? And why do you know the pronunciation? You must have been a fan of the college he went to. I don't even know it off my dome piece, but it's Zappy.
He's a rookie, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And he's actually he looked pretty good.
He did not.
This is better than Baker's stat line.
Yeah.
Better than a lot of players' stat line. So, yeah, he's kind of a stud. So, good for him. Way closer game than it needed to be.
Yeah.
The Packers have just been weird, but 16 carries, 110 yards. Aaron Jones has been awesome.
He's so good. Dude.
Still a split backfield. Dylan got 73. Lazard, this is the game that people have been waiting for Lazard to have. You know, everybody in fantasy talking about Lazard leading the league in yards and Lazard being wide receiver 1. It was never really realistic, but he still has shown that he can have monster games. Romeo Dubes, is that how you say it? Romeo Dubes.
Yeah, where did he come from?
Has established himself. So they picked up Christian Watson in the 2nd round, right? The Packers did, and in the 4th round they got Romeo Dubes, if that's how you say it.
He looked good.
And I feel bad for Christian Watson, but it feels like
he looked better than Christian Watson.
This is what it feels like. It feels like Rodgers gave this guy one fucking chance.
Right.
It kind of feels like Rodgers gave this Christian Watson one chance.
Yeah.
And when he fumbled the bag,
dropped ball.
he just said, "Fuck you. You're going to the bench, buddy.
Right.
It's fucking Dobbs season."
Next up.
41-31, super high scoring game. This is kind of what I was hoping the Super Bowl would be. Totally wasn't, but the Chiefs came out with some fire. This was an awesome game, really exciting to watch. Tom Brady actually looked really good, which was exciting to see. I felt like he had a very flat start to the season earlier, but that is an awesome stat line.
Dude, look at their rushing. It's all Tom Brady just dropping back and throwing.
Well, they were down the entire game. They said, fuck the run game. We're not running the football. We're losing this shit. Mike Evans, guess what? This is what happens, too, when you have your best wide receivers on the field. They've been without them. Mike Evans, huge game. Godwin, a huge game. A lot of checkdowns right out of the backfield of Leonard Fournette. White, Cameron Brate. You got everybody. Everybody's getting
Literally
catches.
everyone.
Even Julio got one. Yeah, and they just signed Cole Beasley, too. One of my favorites, dude. I love Cole Beasley on the Bills.
A lot of grit in that.
there is a lot of grit down there. But, Chiefs just played better. I think it was just they were playing from behind. The Buccaneers playing from behind that whole fucking game because of that turnover at the start. Very un-Buccaneers-esque, but,